Are you looking for a new construction home with a large lot? Well, stay tuned. You're in the right place because today I'm going to be walking through this beautiful semi-custom home by Drees Home right here in Clayton, North Carolina. And make sure you stay to the end because I am going to reveal the price of this home, and I think you're going to be shocked. So before I walk you through this home, and we are going to do a home tour on this video, I wanted to tell you a little bit about Drees. So Drees is a semi-custom builder. They are family owned and they've been in a business about 100 years, which is really important when you decide to build new construction. You want to make sure you're with a builder that has a great reputation, especially in the area. They build about 2,000 homes a year, so a small builder, and they're only concentrated in a few states throughout the United States. So you may have not heard of them, but they do a lot here, right here in the Raleigh area. And what I love about Drees is that you're able to come in and customize the home to fit your needs. And we'll walk through some of the changes that they did in this model home and some of the options that are available. And what's really nice too, once you do your structural options, you go to the design center and pick all of your finishes. So you're not locked into packages that you may find in some of the production builders that are building in our area. So if you want something that's tailored to your lifestyle, you don't want to pay the price of a custom home builder, Drees could be a good choice for you. This neighborhood is called Cooper Branch, and one of the reasons it's getting so much attention right now is because it's honestly hard to find new construction homes with large lots. The home sites here are close to an acre. In fact, some are even larger than an acre. They're mostly flat and some of them offer a wooded lot. So it's something you don't normally see with new construction. And then when it comes to the homes are quality built, they are functional, you're able to make changes, they have flexible floor plans with open layouts. They offer 3-car garages, which a lot of people like just to have like that space. Most of them have home offices because we find that most people are working at home or they want to have a gym at home. So it really gives you the functionality of the home, and then tied in with those larger lots, it makes it a very attractive community to buyers. Plus, because you have those larger home sites, you have so much outdoor space. So you're able to do things like patios and summer kitchens and have that space that you normally don't find in new construction. And what makes Cooper Branch nice is that it's a smaller community. There are 25 home sites in this community, and currently there are about 10 home sites left. But if you want the most up-to-date available home sites, reach out to me today because things are changing very quickly in this community. Now, I had mentioned earlier that this community is located in Clayton, and Clayton is located just southeast of Raleigh. It's located in Johnston County, and it's been one of the fastest growing areas around the triangle. And one of the biggest reasons that so many people are moving to this area is because they're able to get larger homes, more land, new construction for less than they would find in Wake County. And so you're still very connected though. You're only about 25 minutes outside of Raleigh. You're like 35, 40 minutes to RDU International Airport. So you can live in this quieter setting without feeling away from work, travel, or any of the amenities. In fact, there are some great nature trails, parks, restaurants. You have everything you need, grocery stores, healthcare right here in Clayton. And now, especially with 540 being completed, it's going to make travel even a lot better for folks that are coming here to Clayton or to Johnston County. In fact, I recently worked with buyers who were originally focused on Wake County. And then when we came out here and they saw what they can get for the price, the space, the new construction, it completely changed their perspective of the area. And then they realized that they can have the same lifestyle without stretching their budget. And you're going to be shocked, like I said, at the end when I actually tell you the price point of these homes. If you are relocating to the area and you're just starting to explore Clayton, reach out anytime. My contact information is right here on the screen. I help buyers just like you navigate new construction, look at the different communities, and compare what's best for you. The builder is currently offering incentives for qualified buyers, but I'm not going to go over those details here because they do tend to change. So if you wanted to find out more about those and how it would impact you, just reach out to me directly and I'm happy to walk through it. All right, let's talk about the home that we're going to tour today. As I mentioned, it's the Knoll B floor plan, which is the model here at Cooper Branch, and it offers just over 3,200 square feet of living space in a 2-story layout. This particular model has a 3-car garage and it sits on about an acre. And so keep in mind as we walk through that some of these options in here were additional structural options, and we'll point them out as we go through the video. As you immediately walk in the home, you're going to notice the biggest difference are the high ceilings. This particular floor plan, one of the structural options that they took advantage of in this home was the 10-foot ceilings, and it makes a huge difference. It really makes the house feel so much bigger. As I mentioned, there's 2 flex spaces in this house. The one flex space to the right of the front doors was an option. It's normally a garage space, but they decided to turn it into a flex space. And then as you come into the family room, you're going to notice the fireplace, which is an electric fireplace. That is an upgrade. But guess what? Those windows on either side of that fireplace are standard, which I thought was a really nice addition to this home. It lets in a lot of natural light. And then one of the other things that they did on the first floor is they bumped out the dining area by 5 feet. And that again is an option. So as you notice, there's a lot of extras that you can add that really make this home feel like a custom home. Another addition that you can do is the screen porch. This model did a screen porch plus a fireplace out on the back patio, which is amazing to have during the year here because we do spend a lot of time outdoors. Now moving on to the kitchen. This kitchen is beautiful. It has the center island with quartz countertops. This kitchen is considered a standard kitchen. It's not the upgraded kitchen, but the upgrades do come with the cabinets, and these go all the way up to the ceiling. So that would be an upgrade that you would do in Design Center. And then one of the other nice features I love of this house is the way that this countertop goes all the way back into a mini scullery area. And then just to the right is where your pantry is. And it's a large walk-in pantry. So it's an amazing kitchen, beautiful windows along the side, letting in lots of light. And it really functions well with the living room and the dining room. And one of the things I wanted to mention is that if you did upgrade the kitchen, it would move the kitchen sink to the center island. You can put large sliders right here, and that would allow a nice flow out to the patio. Okay, and I'm finishing out the bottom floor. So this is the guest bedroom, and it's tucked behind the kitchen. So it makes it nice and private for your guests. There's also a full guest bathroom that is right outside of the bedroom. So it makes it very private. And what I love about this space is that the guest bathroom has a tiled shower. That's something you normally see in custom homes, and you see it in this model. And I think it's just such a nice detail to make this house feel even more elevated. So here I am upstairs in the loft area, and you can see it's nice and open, beautiful stairs with those windows are amazing. Those are a standard feature in this floor plan. I thought they would have been an upgrade, but they're not. And then if you notice throughout the home, and this is something I wanted to mention and point out on the first floor as well, if you notice all the extra molding, that is something that can be done and selected in the design center. So you don't find that a lot when you go into a model home and you see all these extras. A lot of times it's not available to the homeowner. And then standing here to the left of me is the primary suite, and we'll take a look at that. But I just wanted to show you this nice open area that leads to all of the bedrooms here upstairs. So here I am in the primary bedroom, and one of the things I wanted to mention is that you can bump this bedroom out 5 feet, making it even bigger than it is right now. And then of course in the primary bathroom, you have a ton of options that you can select. If you want a super shower, or perhaps you want a slipper tub, those options are all available at Design Center and at the structural meetings. So you really are able to do whatever you wanted in this space. You can see they did some molding in the back on the back wall, which has become very popular these days. And then I also wanted to mention another option that's available with a lot of these homes out here. You do have the option to add a 3rd story if you wanted it for storage, or perhaps you wanted to make it into another area for like a home office or a loft or a TV room. You have that option as well to add that 3rd floor to this home. I mentioned earlier in the video, the outdoor patio space is one of the selling points. You can see the beautiful fireplace here on the screened-in porch, plus behind me, just all the open space with the size of this lot. Now here's where it gets interesting. When buyers walk into this home, they see the semi-custom finishes, the 3-car garage, over 3,000 square feet of living space on an acre home site, and most are going to assume that this home is $1 million or more. But in Clayton, it tells a very different story. All right, the moment of truth. Homes like this are typically priced around $700,000, depending on the options. Now, this is why so many buyers are shocked. Now, this particular home, because it's the model home and it has a lot of upgrades, you could figure a price closer to about $840,000 to $850,000, which is still relatively low compared to what this house would cost in Wake County. In Wake County, a similar home to this one could easily be $1 million or more. So if you're considering new construction in Clayton or anywhere around the triangle, I'm happy to help. My number is right here on the screen. And if you need help navigating the builder process, I do it all the time. I help people with contracts, negotiations, inspections, and everything involved with picking the right lot and the right floor plan. Reach out today. Thanks again for watching. I'm Trish Dare, and I'll see you on the next video.